Jesus Christ. It seems like every day someone is trying to set a damn appointment with me over the DMs with a script that sounds like aliens made it trying to impersonate humans.
You should get this one.
Thanks.
Yeah, it's good.
And it just doesn't make any sense to me. But hypothetically, what if you had a script so powerful, so hypnotically transformative, and it was relevant to any industry that you sold in, then grab some popcorn, because that's what the fuck we're gonna be talking about in this video. And just a disclaimer, this is the same script that Fumby used once he landed an offer as an appointment setter, making $9K a month within 30 days of joining our program.
In like the offer that I'm working for right now, I was looking at their script and like the whole process you taught is better. And like their whole, like your script is better. Like I tried to use his script for a role play with somebody. I was like, no, this is trash. Like I was like, I'm gonna use Ethan's script and just fill it in.
How many have you said so far in the 2 days that you've been on the offer?
3 on the first day, and then so far 1 today. Everybody that I've talked to, I've used your script.
So today we're gonna peel back the layers of this script and reveal why it's so powerful, what you're saying, and really show you what appointment setters are saying and doing today to make a really high income. So Jared Rise is one of the best appointment setters in a company called The Teacher Project, where he makes around $9,000 a month setting appointments with teachers who want to start a profitable tutoring business. And he's also a coach inside of our program. And recently, he just broke down this script in one of our calls. So without further ado, let's get into the video.
So all you're really doing, guys, on a setting call is you want to figure out like the pain and goal. And a lot of times, actually, sometimes like a prospect will be more pain oriented and more goal oriented. And so what you want to do is you want to identify, like, are they more pain or are they more goal? And then based off that, that's how you take the conversation. That might not make sense right now. Your head might be spinning, but we'll just kind of like do a mock call and I'll show you guys what that's like.
Is that a script where you could go into a appointment set job and, you know, just use it?
Yeah. Usually, like, if you're in an appointment setting offer, they might have their own script, because, like, dude, depending on like some companies you work for, they might just be like, no, you can't use anything else apart from us. Like, those companies suck, in my opinion. But theoretically, this script, you can use it in any biz op offer. It'll work for any biz op offer, and I'll post that too. For this one specifically, like, I know you guys haven't been like on an offer yet, so we'll make it very simple and just say like we're, you know, working with Clash of Closers, just for simplicity's sake. Okay, so Kenzo, you ready?
Yeah, sure.
All right. Hey, Kenzo.
Hey, who's this?
Yeah, hey, Kenzo. It's Jared Reyes with Clash of Closers.
Oh, yeah. What's up, man? Oh, why are you calling, dude?
Yeah, not a problem, man. I'm just reaching out because you actually saw one of our ads about possibly getting into high ticket sales.
Yeah, dude. Yeah, that was interesting, actually. So, yeah, I'm interested in it. So, like, I tried to fill out an application form. So,
okay, perfect, man. Yeah. Just out of curiosity, like, have you spoken with anyone from the team yet?
oh no, this is the first one that from Clash of Closers. So
Kenzo, I guess since you haven't like spoken with anyone here, you don't know how our process works yet, right?
yeah, no idea.
Gotcha, no worries. Well, normally we talk about what you teach and your goals. Then we can set up a Zoom call with one of our advisors to see if we can help you actually, like, you know, maybe get into like the high ticket space. Does that work for you?
Mm-hmm. Yeah, that sounds interesting. Sure.
Okay, good, man. So when you saw our ad, what were you hoping we could potentially help you out with?
Yeah, man. To be honest, like, I'm just trying to explore high ticket sales. I've been hearing about it for quite a while now, and yeah, I just thought, dude, like, I just want to make a career change, and I think this is the chance. I think going to remote sales is just the best option to go for
Gosh, man.
right now.
Cool, dude. And so, like, just for some context, like, what do you do now?
Real quick, guys, if you want some more information about how to become a remote setter or a remote closer, click the link down below to apply to our community of remote sales reps that are earning anywhere from 5 to 30K a month in income. You'll get access to a bunch of different information that'll give you a really high-depth view of what this industry entails and get to connect with a lot of different guys in the same space. So click that link below, and I'll see you on the inside.
Yeah, I'm currently a freelancer. It's a remote freelance work, so it's not too different from remote sales, to be honest, in terms of like the working environment. But yeah,
Okay, perfect. So you pretty much like work remotely right now.
yeah.
Gotcha, man. What do you do for freelancing?
Yeah, it's just normal virtual assistant stuff. Half of it is also like prompt engineering because it's an AI company. So
Mhm.
it's like I'm doing two things at once, but it's not too it's easy, but it's just time consuming, I would say.
In what way?
Like yeah, I've been working like 6 hours per day, just doing all the tasks. Yeah.
Mm, okay, gotcha, man. And I guess like that 6 hours a day, like is that like preventing you from doing other things that you might want to do?
Yeah, exactly, dude. To be honest, like sometimes the job is easy, but the repetitiveness is like kind of boring. It's like, dude, like I'm so tired of this. You know what I'm saying? Like, yeah.
And I don't think I caught that, but like what is it exactly preventing you from what you're doing?
Well, to be honest, here's the thing, right? Kind of like a detour, but like I want to have more financial freedom and like time freedom. And to be honest, I'm not earning enough with my current job. At the same time, dude, like, yeah, I'm working remotely, but I can't go anywhere that I want or
Mm,
work wherever I want, So it's like kind of sucks.
okay, gotcha, man. Well, I guess the first box we really need to like check out is like the money part, right? Because if you're gonna transition to something, like you probably want to be making the same amount. So like, is the goal right now for you to kind of like find a company and work under, or are you looking for like alternative ways to possibly make money that's more in your control?
To be honest, like, it really doesn't matter at the moment, on whether it's I'm working for a company or if I have control, as long as I got the at least, let's say, if I'm working like 4 hours a day and then I'm earning enough money to actually give me financial freedom and like go wherever I want, work wherever I want, that's very ideal. But of course, like the
Hmm.
idea of like having control, well, of course, that's a big thing that.
Got it. Okay. And I know you mentioned like traveling and stuff. I love traveling too. Like if you could travel anywhere in the world, like what's the first place you'd go to?
Well, to be honest, like I want to go back to the Philippines. I'm currently in Bahrain, and it's the reason like I just want to start off fresh again, But I'm not gonna stay there. I'm not gonna settle there for maybe stay there for like 2 or 3 months and then move to a different country again. Like I
Mm,
just want to go do the digital nomad stuff. I just need some enough
hmm.
income to actually do it, you know.
Okay. Gotcha, man. Well, how much more do you need to make extra to be able to go to the Philippines and travel?
Well, if it's in the Philippines, I think 5 grand per month will be ideal. I think it's fairly stable. I mean, of course, I'm not expecting stability in this kind of field, but uh like having that consistent income, no matter if I'm jumping from company to company, I think that's very ideal for me.
Got it.
So like yeah.
Cool, man. Well, I mean, if the goal is to like make 5K a month as a starting point, like how far
Mhm.
away are you from 5,000 a month?
Well, let's just say that I'm earning less than 1,000 right now.
Hmm. Okay.
Yeah,
Gotcha, man. And so like with that being said, can I just like give you my 2 cents on this whole situation?
yeah, sure.
Okay. Well, let me ask you this. Like, have you ever like invested like in a coach or mentor, just like in any field in general?
Well, yeah, before I've invested on like a course. It's like a self-improvement course about um what you call this again? It's like shadow work, inner work,
Hmm.
self-improvement stuff. Yeah,
Yeah.
so those are one of the things that I've invested on.
Nice. Okay. And so when we were going over like that coaching, like what did that help you with? Like what did you gain from it?
Well, to be honest, it just made things easier for me in life in general because it's like um going like it's focusing more on overcoming my limiting beliefs in general. I used to be a socially anxious person, and
Hmm.
like I've learned to let go of that limiting beliefs and like those traumas from my childhood, and yeah, like I feel more free. And like currently, like to be honest, in terms of like emotional or what do you call this? Just in life in general, I feel like um I got no problems on that part. I'm more like now trying to deal with the financial part. Like trying
Okay,
to
got it,
get that
man.
income that I want to have per month.
Gotcha, dude. Well, I mean, can I kind of just like give you my 2 cents? Just give you my thoughts personally.
Yeah, sure.
Yeah, dude. I mean, you kind of like remind me a lot about me around like 4 or 5 years ago. Dude, I was at a point where I was just like trying so many things, like social media marketing, like drop shipping. I even like did freelancing, like making logos at some point. And it was really tough to like make money just because like I didn't really have a skill that allowed me to be able to take that and run with it. A vehicle that allowed me to like have a good skill set enough to be able to like generate a certain amount of like income for me to actually be able to travel. But once I like learned from the right people, the right skill set, I was able to take that skill set and actually use that to generate enough income for me to like travel around the world simply just because that part was expedited. But at the same time, dude, like I don't want to like, put you in a weird spot right now because I know like with freelance work, it's a bit like it's unpredictable in terms of income. But have you like saved up like any money to be able to like invest into a new skill set?
Um, yeah, I got some money saved up. It's like, yeah, I would say if like if I decided to invest on a new skill, I think I would be able to afford it. It's just that I need to make sure that it's actually going to bring back money as I
Sure.
go through it. Because like I feel like if it's just like spending something and then there's no return after
Mhm.
maybe a few while, then it's just it's risky for me. You know.
Got it. Okay, man. Well, I mean, let's kind of like look into like the logistics of it because obviously, like, you have to eat, you have to like pay your bills and stuff, right? So, how
Mm.
much have you like put that to the side, like just in case like you found something that can like possibly um help you like make more money?
Well, I'm not just straight up and say it. Like I have um $5,000 worth of savings at the moment.
Hmm.
Yeah.
Okay, gotcha. And you probably like wouldn't want to like just spend that 5,000 on something that like doesn't make sense. You'd want to know what's it about and how it can actually help you, right?
Hmm. Well, if let's say yeah, if I'm going to put aside some of the actually, yeah, I still live with my parents, so I'm
Hmm.
just I'm paying for my own stuff. I don't pay for rent and all that shit. So
Of course.
yeah,
Gotcha, man.
it's
I mean, it
just
seems
me
like you're
like
in a
my
good.
food.
Got it. I mean, it seems like you're in a good spot, man. Like you saved up some money to like invest in yourself. Obviously, like it has to be like the right thing, the right vehicle for you to justify doing it, which makes total sense. So in
Hmm.
that case, let me actually get you into a meeting with one of our advisors, Chris. And what he can do is he can actually like walk you through how other people were able to like get out of like the jobs that they were in that were like inconsistent, that was like really just putting a cap in how much they were making, and help you just like live, teach you that skill to like help you live that digital nomad lifestyle. So if you wanted to like go to the Philippines or anywhere in the world, you have the chance to do that while working, while having the time to do so. Would you be against the conversation like that?
Um, I think that's cool. I can go through the call.
Okay, perfect, man. Well, I'm gonna pull up my calendar. Just go ahead and pull up yours. What's a good time to chat today on Zoom for 45 minutes to an hour?
Um, is tomorrow free in the afternoon?
What's your time zone?
I'm currently in Bahrain, so it's AST, Arabian Standard Time.
Yeah, that's good. Is anything like going on before or after? I just want to make sure that I'm not like cutting in the middle of what's going on. Like, do you have like a full hour to be on that call?
Yeah, I think so. Like I'll be free around 6 p.m. onwards. I have
Okay,
nothing to do
gotcha,
around
man.
that time, so
All right, cool. So I'm gonna send you a Zoom link, dude. When we're done with this call, I'm just gonna make sure that you got it. I'm gonna send you a text and let me know once you got the Zoom invite. Okay.
okay, cool.
Okay. One tip on that, guys. In the first like 3 minutes, you can figure out if a person's like financially qualified. If they say like the goal of like I want to like travel, you can sneak in a question like, "Cool, man." Like, and again, like if you love traveling, because I travel all the time. Like I'm always around like South America. So it makes sense for me to say, but I say something along the lines of like, cool, man, like I actually love traveling. I was just in Tulum like a couple weeks ago. I'm now in San Diego, but if you could travel, what's the first place you can go to? Oh yeah, I'd love to go to like Colombia, Medellin. There's so many people there. I'm like, cool, dude. That's awesome. Like, what's in Medellin? Like, get them hyped up. Like, what's in Medellin? Oh, just a bunch of like entrepreneurs. Living is cheap there. Food is great and stuff. Cool, dude. Awesome. I mean, like, if you were able to like work remotely, like, would you be able to do that right now, or are you like kind of like strapped on cash? The conversation's already natural, right? Because like you're talking about traveling. So by being able to know if they have money to even go to another country, you already have a good temp check, green flags to see if they're financially qualified. Lots of mistakes that setters make is that they feel like they need to like directly ask if the person has money. But all you really need to know as a setter is that you just need to have more green flags than red. If you have more green flags than red, you don't even have to bring up the money part.
How do you gauge whether you can ask, would lean in towards the money, the qualifying in terms of do they have enough money, this or
Yeah,
that?
the thing is about setting, dude, is that you can be very fluid and flexible of the
Yeah,
conversation, meaning that you don't have to just go like, okay, I did this, I did that. There's like no, there's certain things that you need to check in terms of like a checkbox, but you can be
yeah,
flexible where you go. And there's
yes,
two
yes, yes,
main
yes.
ways to like financially qualify people. One is like the goals, but if you don't get in the goals, you can almost always get it during solution awareness. And so what I mean by that is if you're selling like a consulting program, like Sibs, let me ask you this, man. Like, have you ever like looked into like a coach or mentor to like, get another skill set under your belt? And so like they would say two things. Either it's like, yes, okay, how did that go? Or no, why haven't you? Because I haven't like found the right program. Oh, okay, cool. If you found like the right program, like have you like saved money on the side to be able to do that? Yes. Okay, cool, man. And just so I can like point you in the right direction because everyone's different. Like how much have you saved up just so we know like what direction to point you into? Around like 5 to 7K from credit to like savings. There you go. I'd say like, all right, man, well, can I just like kind of like pull the curtain a bit and kind of just like be really honest with you? And then you'd say like, yeah, sure, man. Dude, like if you were to like, make more money, like wouldn't you agree that you need to have like another skill set to do that? And then you'd probably say like, yeah, maybe. I'm like, okay, cool. And so in order to gain another skill set, like, dude, like you could like watch YouTube videos, you can watch Google and stuff, but based off all the things that you've tried, like it hasn't worked. And so if you were to like get the actual like coaching, the mentorship that's needed, like would you be opposed to like investing into yourself and betting on yourself if it made sense for you personally and professionally?
What if I said like, yeah, I have like $500 of savings?
I would have been like completely honest with the guy and said that, like, dude, like let me ask you this, like with what you're making right now and like the bills that you have to pay, like, do you think it's smart like personally to like put into something else, or do you might need to like make just a little bit more money on the side just in case like anything happens because the heater can break down, the AC, something bad can happen? Do you feel like you would need some extra money saved up just in case like anything bad were to happen in your personal life? And then like they probably say yes. I'm like, okay, well let's do this, dude, because I genuinely do believe that like with based off like our conversation and what we have to offer, it really does make sense for you to learn this one skill because it is going to allow you to actually travel around the world and get to see your family more, stuff like that. So why don't we like create a game plan of saving like let's say anywhere between $1 to $2,000. Let's figure that out right now. Come up with a game plan, and then let's come up and then let's meet in the next like 2 3 months once you do have the money and figure it out from there. The mentality that you need to have, dude, when you're talking to every prospect is that every prospect that you talk to will close. And it might not just be at this moment, but they'll close because you're talking to them. They might not close now, but they might close. They'll probably close in the future just because of how you spoke to them.
How
I
does
never
that
thought of
follow-up
that.
situation look like?
Well,
And then you,
let's do like a quick like 2 minute mock. I'll do that with Kenzo since I just like mock with him. And then I'll show you like on my computer like what I do personally. Kenzo,
Okay.
so with that being said, man, like I really do think it makes sense for you to
Mhm.
actually do this because once you like do have the skill set, all you need to do is like find like an avenue where you can actually take that skill and be able to like work online because that's gonna ultimately allow you to travel and become a digital nomad. Now,
Yeah.
with that being said, let's create a game plan. like a really solid game plan of how we can do this in like the next couple of weeks or months. Are you open to like having like a very transparent conversation about finances just so we can make this plan out?
Yeah, sure. Yeah, let's do it.
All right, cool, man. Well, let's do this. Like, how much did you say you were making now? You said about like about $1,000.
Yeah. Uh, closely, like less than that almost.
Okay, good. And out of that $1,000, like how much of it is going to bills?
It's like 400.
Okay, so that's 600. What do you spend that 600 on? Do you just spend it somewhere else or do you save it?
Usually I save it. Usually
Okay.
I save it, and yeah.
Okay, well, let's do this, dude. That's 600 that you have in your back pocket. Let's go ahead and like save that for the next 2 months. And then what we can do in 2 months is that we can touch base and kind of revisit this plan to see like what makes sense in the future. Right now it's the 4th of October. So let's touch base on December 4th. What I'm going to do is I'm going to send you my contact information and we'll touch base. I'll send you some like more resources too. I'll ask about it to see what your thoughts are, but let's just stay in contact, dude. Let me know your thoughts. If you have any questions, just let me know, okay? Like whenever I'm like financially qualifying someone, I'm setting them, the first thing that I think about is this is them putting this money in going to be beneficial more for them or is it more beneficial for the company? Now, you can have two ways. Like it can be beneficial for the person and the company. But if you take that money from that person, are they going to be able to eat? Are they going to be able to pay bills? If the answer is no, you should have like the personal integrity to like just know that and create a game plan. Because what's going to happen is if you just take all of their money that they have and you force them to do it and it's not their decision, they're gonna two things are gonna happen. One, they're gonna submit a refund because they're strapped on cash, and two, they're going to be learning a skill with their back against the wall and they're not going to be able to focus on the program. So you want them to have like a good amount of money saved so they're not stressed out on bills. And it's also just ethical to not like just take everyone's money, to not like take all the money someone has just because like you need to get your stats up. That doesn't make sense. Usually in the system that you guys have, there's going to be like a task sign on like, or like a task tab or something. And you can usually just say like follow up on finances and enroll. And then you can set up like a date. And then something you guys can also do, like while you're doing this stuff, depending on the CRM, like there's automations that you can send. But something that I do for like any prospects that can't do it now is I like set up tasks right here to like send resources in the next like 2 weeks or something. And then after 2 weeks, I send them a resource saying, and it's usually like a testimonial of like another prospect in their similar situation. And I get their thoughts on it. That's how you keep someone hot. And so by the time that they have the money, they're already ready. And here's a quick follow-up tip. When you're following up with someone, say like the next month or two, you don't want to just like call them and say, hey, I told you I'd call you at this time. Are you ready to like give me money? What you want to do is with the notes that you've already had on the person, you want to follow up and touch base and be like, hey man, I just wanted to reach out because I know like we like talk around this time. Just wanted to check in on you, dude. Like, how's like that job going or something? Like, find out something that you know that they do personally. Start with that instead of like trying to go for the sale first, because then that sounds a bit more authentic.
What if the prospect asks for the price of like the program or something before doing the closing?
You have to be very, 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 very careful of that. When you answer that type of question, like you really want to just like stay calm and chill. Because you as an appointment setter, like the best asset you have as an appointment setter is that you can like literally play dumb. And the reason why it's a good thing, and when I first started, I thought it was good to like tell them the price because it's like me being honest. But the psychology with what happens if you like tell the person the price or even a range is that a lot of these guys getting to like these programs, they want to get in these programs to better themselves. And so if you take a look at it from that perspective, they might be people that just like aren't confident in themselves. And so if you tell them the price, they'll probably freak out. And then what would happen is that they would count themselves out, not believing in themselves, instead of seeing like what the actual value is, right? So I'll give you like an example of what I do right here under like this script is if they ask for like price, I usually say, can I just like kind of pull the curtain back for a minute and be completely honest with you? And just to give you guys some context, I'm in a offer right now where we help teachers get out of the classroom and help them build their own online tutoring business, right? So I say like the next call we book, we'll actually walk you through what our system looks like and also what it looks like to work with us on a deeper level. And if we think we can help, meaning we'll actually build out a custom game plan, showing what strategies we need for your business. And last thing, what I want to do, the last thing I want to do is get you all pumped up for that. And you want to do it, but we didn't, make sure not only do you have the time to do this, but the resources to fund the business as well. You know what I mean? They'll probably be like, yeah, I kind of get it. And then I say, like, I ask the question before after the context, I ask the question. Usually I speak to two types of people. One is they have put back resources to fund the business, or they have a plan or some sort of investment strategy and are just looking for the right opportunity to start. And the others don't have the resources yet, and are looking around first to see how much they would need to save up for. Which one of those do you feel you're more likely in? If it's the second person and they have an investment strategy, then it's like, okay, you're good to go. And if they keep pushing on like price, like Kenzo, if you're like, but yeah, like what's the price? Like what's the range? Like I know you can't give the price, but give me a range. Now I'm luckily in an offer where when you're running a business, there's so many expenses that you guys have. The marketing, like ad budget, just like operational expenses that you need to spend on, right? There's so many things you have to spend on in a business to be able to actually run that. So one thing that we say is, Kenzo, we can actually talk about ranges, but it really depends on structure and what you're looking to do. Meaning we would build out a custom game plan based on your subject and offer needed to help you build the business succeed in that market. Right? I mean, if all the tutoring companies had the same ads with the same words and everything, it wouldn't work, right? And if you're selling like a coaching program, something that I would say is like, okay, can I just like be really like honest with you real quick? Like, yeah, like dude, depending on like where you were and what you're looking to do, like we have like different ways to help you. And it's honestly like customized because not everyone learns the same way. So just so we're on the same page, Kenzo, let's mock this. Kenzo, like how do you learn best?
I usually learn best with like accountability because, sometimes I get inconsistent with just doing it myself, without pressure. So
Okay. And do you feel like when you learn best, do you work better like in a group or more like in a one-on-one setting?
I think a combination of both.
Okay. Why is that?
Yeah, because like when you're in a group, like you actually get to feel how others are doing it and like how their progress is going so far, especially if you're just starting off and then you're seeing someone like, oh, like I've been doing this for 3 weeks and this is the results that I'm getting, something like that. And of course, getting like one-on-one coaching, you get direct feedback, which just makes it even faster for you to get the results that you want.
Okay,
So
gotcha. Yeah, man. So I mean, for you specifically, like that's how you learn best. Other people like learn in a lot of like different ways. And so with our program, the way that we teach people, it's all like again like customized and custom tailored. So, putting you in like a box where you learn the same as someone else, where that's not how you like learn best. It's honestly just like doing you a disservice. And that's why our services, like they are custom priced based off that. Now, would you be opposed to like having a conversation with like Chris and really just figuring out like how you learn best, how this would work, and then he can kind of like give you like the price of what we think we can help you out with?
mm, yeah, I guess I can hop on a call.
Okay, cool. And so like what happened there, guys, is that when someone asks that price, the way you can flip it back on them is asking like, how do you learn best? And again, this is only for like a coaching program. If it's like another offer, it's different. But if it's a coaching program or a biz op offer, you can just like ask how you learn best because it flips it back on them. They're the one like justifying and closing themselves on how they learn best, and then you can transition it back to like just setting the freaking appointment.
We're here in Switzerland.